Hello there, this is John van der Steur. Thank you for joining me on my walk through the Greenbelt. It's getting a little bit late, so that's why I have a little light. But yeah, I just wanted to share with you for a moment a story. Actually, I have two stories I want to share with you. One is about a lady that was in my webinar on your career and type. And she did the exercise where you had to discover your superpowers using your dominant function and temperament. And it hit her. She remembered that like 5 or 10 years ago, she'd been in a job where she was doing that, and she was implementing these great new ideas that had never been done before. Like a career fair. And so she's a yellow intuitive type, extroverted. And you know, she just loved bringing these new things into the world. And she said that career fair that she started is still being used today. So she said that with great pride, and that is also something to be proud of, I think. And then there was also, she also talked about her current job. And in her current job, she was in a job where, well, you could say that she was working with homeless people, and she was very passionate about that. She was just passionate about her work. She loved who she was doing for it. She also loved who she was working with. So the passion component and the service component of her work mission were well taken care of, but she was doing data entry, which is, of course, for a yellow intuitive is not an ideal match. It's much better if a sensei type, especially an introverted sensei type, would be much more suitable for that work. But you know, you can make a conscious decision to do that. And as long as you make a conscious the decision that, okay, I'm not going to use my superpowers in this job, but I'm going to do it anyway because of these reasons, that's fine, you know. Making a conscious decision is really important. And because, yeah, she understood this stuff. And then there was someone else that was actually someone I met, someone I had a meeting with, and he was a blue thinking type and an entrepreneur here in Austin, and he was busy with a startup. And he was a thinking type, and the startup was rather technical. So yeah, it was something he was passionate about, and something which really helped others and helped people. So as far as that was concerned, he was aligned. But there is this thing about your superpowers, you know, which are, you know, grounded, which lay in your dominant function. But you need to, the key to using them is in the opposite function. So for blue thinking type, the key to his genius, the key to using his genius, the key to igniting his genius lies in the red feeling function. And so the red feeling function is the functions with which, yeah, you connect with people and build relationships. And you know, he talked about his team, and he basically said, well, you know, as long as everyone has the right skill set and does what I'm asked him to do, it's going to be okay. You know, we're going to make it. Our startup is going to make it. And but that is yeah, a blue thinking approach, which is disconnected from feeling. Feeling would say, well, I'm going to build a team, and I'm going to create relationships with these people and amongst these people that are going to help us, make us through this difficult startup phase. And so I think that's a great example of where, you know, you can also have this alignment between your superpowers and your area of passion and the people you want to serve, but still not have an optimal situation, because you're not aware of the spine of your personality, the relationship between the dominant function and the inferior function. And well, these two examples I just wanted to share with you because it covers, you know, the essential things to design your career from the inside out. And it's getting really dark now. So I have to pay attention because there are a lot of rocks here. So I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you for listening. And please come to my workshops. I have a career action plan workshop where for 4 hours I take you through all these exercises to create your career canvas. And I will also be organizing a Know Your Type workshop, because I notice a lot of people, they really struggle with their type. They have, for instance, I had a thinking type who had intuition as a second function, and but who thought intuition was his dominant function. So often in the second function, in the auxiliary function, we sometimes think it's our dominant function. And also between introversion and extroversion, there's a lot of confusion. So the Know Your Type workshop is really about getting to know your type very well. Yeah, and every time I work with people on this, you know, they're just always so grateful for finally understanding their type and finally seeing it and seeing the whole dynamic and the whole picture, because type is nothing static, of course, as Jung said. So yeah, you can see in the sky it's still a little bit light, but I have to pay attention to the road ahead of me. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.